Morning.
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 Good morning. All right, let's get going.
I got one quick question. On the design lab,
Mhm.
you need wire numbers on the physical wire. Like, are we graded on that too?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do it. I know it's annoying, but it's important.
Yeah. That's why I asked. Because I got it on the diagram. That's the easy part. So.
All right. What are you doing? Oh, final exam review. Okay, so you're going to have 50 multiple choice questions. And let me see. Out of all your homework, you had 20. Okay, yeah. So those 50 questions are going to be based right out of your homework. So if you just go over the answers to all your homework questions, that's what you need to study for that.
Okay.
The next few questions are going to be 9-lead 3-phase motor winding connections. Remember that little homework assignment?
Yeah. So that's just going to be the hookups and what order it goes where in series and parallel versus,
Yep. So let's review that real quick. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
So given this deal on the left, is that Y high, Y low, delta high, or delta low?
I could tell you if you say if a is a Y high voltage, is it in series or parallel?
Are you asking me?
Yes, that's the one. That's the thing that I don't remember. Then I can figure it out.
You have to remember.
Okay.
Dig deep into that brain. Think about voltage drop. If you need to drop down from a higher voltage, what would you do to two resistors?
You put them in parallel, so then the voltage is divided across them, right? No?
Mm-mm.
Got that
If you
back.
parallel something, does the voltage change?
No, you're right. The amperage changes. Yep, the voltage changes in series. Okay.
Right. So like our voltage divider, our little resistor that we put in series with our little ice cube relay.
Right.
So if we wanted to drop more voltage from 24 down to, what if it was a 5-volt coil? We would put more resistance in front of that coil, right? To drop down more. So think of it that way. So for higher voltage, we need to series the windings.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep.
So on this drawing,
63. It's Y high voltage
how do you know?
because the contacts are hooked up in series. 4 to 7, 5 to 8, 9 to 6.
Okay. What about delta high?
They're the same, aren't they?
Yep. But if you look at it, 4 to 7,
Yeah, it could be either. Yeah.
5 to 8. Remember that. So that Y high and delta high are hooked up the same, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay. What if it looked like what if it looked like that?
That's delta low
How do you know that?
because the funky pattern where it goes up and around relates to delta. Y doesn't do that.
You just remember that the funky pattern is delta low?
Yeah.
Okay. But to get there,
It's because they're hooked up in parallel. So
low voltage are hooked up in parallel, which means we're going to take these 3 triangles and stack them.
Yep.
So you'd have 1, 6, and 7 together. 3, 9, and 5, and 8, 2, and 4.
Yep.
Yep. Okie dokie. So what if I showed you a picture that looked like that?
Which one? Which one am I looking at?
All of them.
Oh. Okay, what's your question?
So what if I said, where's the forward and reverse motor starter? Ooh, I got a really good idea. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
And I can only do this with you, Garrett, because it looks like Tyler's on his phone, right? Right, Tyler?
No. Well, technically, yeah.
Well, I need you'd have to be on a PC for me to give you control of my screen, but okay, Garrett, you have the mouse.
Oh.
So I want you to circle the forward and reverse motor starter.
Is it this one?
Well, you got to circle it.
Can I click and draw?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
look at that.
Wow. It's taking forever because I don't have a mouse. I have a trackpad.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You don't have to circle the whole thing. So that's the forward and reverse motor starter. So where are the two coils?
There's a coil here and a coil here.
Yeah. Where are the overload heaters?
These down here.
Yep. Very good. So you might have a question that'll give you a component here and
Okay.
ask you, click on a normally closed contact on the control relay.
Right there.
Yep. Click on the red pilot light. I'm totally kidding. There won't be one that easy on there.
All right.
All right. Let me have the mouse for a second. I want to see.
Okay. Do single phase motors still have 9 leads?
No.
Okay.
This one behind me is a Capstart single phase 120.
Okay.
It has 8 leads, and you hook up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8, and 6 and 7 are up in the. You probably can't see it, but the capacitor.
Okay.
Okay. Show me the line side and the load side of that control relay.
Line and load. It doesn't matter.
You're right. It doesn't matter.
Just needs electricity to flow through it.
Show me the line side of the motor starter.
Motor starter. There we go. This is the motor starter, right?
That's a motor starter, yep.
Okay. It's hard to see, but it's somewhere around here, isn't it?
No, I'm asking you, there's a line side and there's a load side, right?
Yeah. So one's an in and one's an out.
Right, so where would you bring power into?
At the top, probably.
Yep, so that'd be line side.
And that'd
Load
be,
side is on the side of the load. So what is the load in that circuit? If you're using
it
that,
would be a motor if it's a motor starter.
huh?
It would be a motor if it's a motor starter,
Yeah,
right?
the motor is the load. So the
Right.
side the motor's on is the load.
Yep.
Side.
Gotcha.
You guys understand line and load then?
Yeah.
Line side versus load side. Okay.
Yep. Say something. I was getting a bunch of texts and turned my volume off.
Um, all right, I'm going to give you this one because you guys never really got into using those big NEMA motor starters.
Yeah.
Just faked them. But where do you know where the auxiliary contacts are for the? I showed you in class, but with a motor starter that I have here. But do you know where the auxiliary contacts are on that motor starter?
On the little guy that we have, or the one that you have?
The one that's in the picture.
Oh, the auxiliaries. They're in the back, aren't they?
No.
Well, damn. The middle?
Point. Use your thing.
I no longer have privileges. Oh, now I do. This guy.
That's a coil.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Um,
Auxiliary contacts.
auxiliary contacts. Are they the ones back here?
No.
Well, shit.
They're the ones you would use for a sealant.
Doesn't tell me a lot.
Yes, that right there, where you just had your mouse.
This is it?
Yeah, do you remember me showing you that in class?
Maybe vaguely. Now that you're saying it, I couldn't have just remembered it.
Can you see, oh, where am I? Can you see this? This is
Yep.
one of those auxiliary contacts that tacks onto the side of that motor starter.
I
This
gotcha.
one happens to be normally open. But what happens is that motor starter, when the coil pulls in, it changes the state of the contacts using this little guy here. The auxiliary just
Okay.
means extra, right? So you could put a normally open, a normally closed, two normally opens, two, you know, there's enough space for a ton of auxiliary contacts to just change state whenever the coil energizes. So you use one of those normally opens for a seal-in. It keeps the coil energized until you hit the stop button. But you could control other things with it too. So when that motor starter starts, you want to energize a pilot light, or you want to, I don't know, turn something else off, or if that motor's running, you want to, like the interlocks, you want to make sure that a different motor's not running. Well, you'd use the normally closed set of contacts for that. So you can, basically what I'm trying to say is you can tack on, and on the forward reverse motor starter, these are the auxiliary contacts right here, right? They're just extra. And you end up using those for interlocks and sealants for your circuit, but there's space on these side to put even more, right? So those are the auxiliary contacts.
All right.
So if you had a question, this is where it gets important. If you had a question that said, click on the holding seal-in auxiliary contacts of the motor starter, one direction of rotation, so not forward and reverse,
Right.
just a regular old motor starter, and you click right here, anywhere right here, you're going to be good.
Okay. Auxiliary slide. Line load. Yep.
All right. Okay, let's look at this picture. Um, this one's going to ask you on a ladder diagram. Let's say wire number 4 has been landed in all the places on these physical components that are marked in orange.
Okay.
And there's one missing. So there's one component on this, call it board. And there's all these components. There's one component here that needs a wire number 4.
Okay.
So how would you go about figuring out what it is?
I'd go to the diagram, and everywhere that I see where there is a number 4, so on the start button, I see that there's one, so I would mark that off on the diagram.
Okay, you do. You're exactly right. You do it.
Okay.
All right, you got it. It's all you.
Start button.
So what he's saying is that he's going to go and mark off where all those orange ones are. So he's got the start button.
SCR normally open.
Control relay normally open.
Yeah. Back up. Or can I scroll, or are you scrolling for me?
You're scrolling.
Whoa.
So you
That
got
one.
pilot light done.
Yep. I got pilot light, and I need normally closed control relay. That's an overload.
Where?
Well, there's on the control relay, there's an orange dot at a normally closed contact.
You're right, but that's above the normally closed contact. Those 2 screws at the top, those are the coil. Those are where you land wires for the coil.
Oh, I thought the coil went in. I got you. Okay. So then this one's done.
Yep.
We're missing one. Oh. Well. Is that on the push buttons? Is that a stop push button? Because that's not a number 4. Never mind. There it is. We have that one. So we're missing one on the normally open motor starter.
Right.
We cross that one off and I cross that one off. Yeah.
So where's that? That's the auxiliary contact.
The coil is?
No, that number 4 that you need normally open.
Yeah. I was looking at the wrong one. So that would be that right there.
Yep. So if you click in that area on the test, you're going to get it right.
Okay.
Let's do another example. This one, I'm going to give you the right answer because we don't have this type of ice cube relay.
Okay.
All right, using this diagram, wire number 3 is marked in purple. Wire number 4 is marked in orange. So find the missing one. Same thing as last time, it's just you got more to look at here.
Yeah.
So go up and click on brushes.
Okay.
There you go.
We have purple 3 and 4. It's kind of laggy. Okay, so MS. Huh? Is that motor starter down here being used as a control relay?
That where is that orange dot? It's not on the coil.
Right. It's on the auxiliary contact. Okay, so that's that one. All right.
And so let's just start with the purple one so we can all go together.
Yeah.
So you've got the line side of the start.
Yep. Line side of the start and the load side of the stop.
And the load side of the stop. So put 2 check marks there just to
Okay.
make it. All right, so you got those 2, and then where's the third one?
The third one is the load side of the start, and then the
Well, you're missing one, number 3. So 1 purple dot.
control relay, normally open,
So where is that?
non-existent.
Are you sure? No. Scroll down.
Ah, there we go.
There's an ice cube relay there, and that's a different type than we used in class. I want to go over this because you will see this in the field, but this is called octal.
Okay.
I don't know if I can zoom in even more. I can. All right, so all it is just a different way for this thing to plug into the base.
Okay.
And this diagram is what you would use for the numbers. So if I wanted to hook the coil up to this thing, doesn't matter, let's say it's a 24 volt, just like on our trainer, which pins would I put my wires on?
2 and 7.
2 and 7, because this is your coil, right?
Yep.
And then what if I wanted a normally closed contact? I got 2 sets to work with. Which pins would I use for normally closed?
4 and 1.
4 and 1. And let's say I wanted to use also a normally open on the other side. So the other set of contacts I want to use normally open. Which pins would I use?
6 and 8.
6 and 8. So 8's your common, and 6 is normally open. Make sense?
Yep.
So that being said, I'm gonna zoom back out. Are we missing a wire number 3, or no?
At the nope.
No, because wire number or pin 1 is the line side or normally open contact, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's not a race. You want to erase that for me on the control relay? I can't figure it out.
Yeah, hang on. Hit Control Z.
That is not doing it.
There you go.
All right. Do all the purples first, you said. So this one down here is good.
So now we're doing wire number 4.
Yep. Let me cross off this purple real quick so I don't get lost.
Why does it smell like dog pee in here? Somebody's gonna get a whooping.
Okay, so up in the control relay. Normally open. What now? So this one is this one.
Which one did you just put a check mark on?
The push button.
Okay. You've also got MS1. You got a check mark on MS1 normally open contact.
Yeah, I was doubting myself on that because I crossed it off of down here, but 7 is the coil, not the open.
Okay, so 7's the coil. So let's do that one first. Go back up to the diagram. So that ice cube relay is CR1. That's what we're using. We're not using
Right.
yeah,
Well, that's this one. That ends up being the one we're missing then.
right there. Okay, so get another check mark. MS1 normally open contact. Do you have an orange dot on that? On the motor starter, normally open contact?
I don't.
You sure?
Motor starter down here, right?
Where? No, that's a control relay.
Okay. All right. Normally open. Yeah. So we do have one there
Yep.
right here.
And you've already got a check mark on that one.
Yep.
So
We've got a orange dot on the green pilot light.
so are we missing anything?
Nope, not if we're only doing 3s and 4s.
Well,
We're
that
good.
doesn't make sense. Wire number 3 is in purple. So we got, let me have it for a second, Garrett.
Yep.
Closed. So we got load side closed. Line side of the start. And we got normally open CR1. Oh, I see what we did. So we've got a wire number 3 on the control relay normally open. That would be pin number 1. Yeah, normally. So we've got this one. That's wire number 3.
Yep.
We need a wire number 4 on the other side of that normally open, which would be pin number
3.
3. So that's what we're missing. We'd have to click on right there. We need
I gotcha.
number 3. So I don't know how we skipped that one, but
Me either.
just keeping track for this one that this is your control relay and this is your motor starter.
Yep.
So that is actually verbatim a question on your final.
Oh, awesome. Maybe I'll remember it.
I hope you do. I'm trying to think if there's another example I want to do. All right, let's take a look at this forward reverse motor starter. We got 2 different coils there. Why is that?
Because there's 2 different sets of contacts.
Well, what are we doing with this?
It's a forward.
Right. So when we want to go forward, we go one direction. And when we want to go reverse, we want to go the other direction. So if I told you that the forward, we're hooking up the forward side to the coil that's on the right.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
forward, this is reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the line side of the forward side of this starter?
The top right.
There's the line side. Where's the load side of the forward?
At the bottom,
Yeah,
like
it's really like right in here.
in the bottom is the
And this
thermal.
this would be the load side of the overloads.
Yep.
So that means that the load side of the reverse is right here.
Bottom left, and then line side's top left.
Yeah. Line side of the reverse is right here.
All right.
I wanted to go through this pretty thoroughly with you guys because you never had these physical NEMA components right in front of you. They've all been through my computer screen. So I wanted to do a good, thorough review. Let me see if there's anything else I want to give you. Over here. Anybody want a dog?
Okay.
I think that's pretty good for the review. Come here, Titus. Lay down. Lay down. All right. Well, we'll plan on taking that. No. No. Okay. We'll plan on taking the written final tomorrow. We'll do the hands-on on Thursday. Wait a minute. Hang on. I have to check and see if I'm going to be here tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure that I'm going to be here tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of, okay. I'm not sure I'm going to be here in the morning, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the final exam available to you guys. I mean, I guess I could make it available now, but it's going to be timed.
Okay.
So you're going to have an hour to get it done.
Yeah.
And I'll send out an announcement so everybody gets an email that you can take it whenever you want, but it's timed. And I will try to check in with you guys at 9 tomorrow anyway, whether I'm here or not. But we'll plan on taking the final whenever, touch bases tomorrow morning, and then we'll do the hands-on final on Thursday. And I'll give you guys a simple ladder diagram. You'll wire it up, and then we'll be done with this class, barring everybody finishing their labs.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah. Really cool.
All right. Well, I'll send out the announcement. I'll make that final exam available to you guys.
Okay.
And check back in with you in the morning.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. And I'll post this review on YouTube whenever it gets converted here after I end the meeting too. So
Okay.
any questions?
No.
All right. I'll check in with you guys in the morning.
All right. See you later.
See you, man.